Welcome to the Golden State Media Concepts Beauty Tips Podcast, the show that gives you advice on everything from hair to fashion to skincare products. We'll talk about the latest trends in makeup, hairstyles, and anti-aging remedies. And we'll cover all of the newest fashion trends. If you have an interest in or questions about the beauty and fashion trends that might work best for you, the Golden State Media Concepts Beauty Tips Podcast has got you covered.
Everyone, thank you for tuning into the GSMC Beauty Tips Podcast, brought to you by the GSMC Podcast Network. I am your host, Mel. Hey, everyone. How are we doing? How is everyone doing today? I hope we're doing fantastic. And if you're not doing fantastic, I hope it gets better. It's a pretty nice day here in PA. Surprise, surprise. Usually never is. And I thought, since it is summertime, and, you love that summertime glow. And, with Rona, my girl, we can't wear lipstick. So if you're a lipstick girl, I'm sorry. So sorry. You're probably struggling. Or you're still wearing your lipstick under your mask. And if you are, go girl. I support it. But you can't wear lipstick. You can't see your lipstick. And, your mask, I know my mask would cover any kind of contour. I did. So, I'm going ham on the brows, going ham on the mascara, the eyes, whatever. But I thought, what everybody's sleeping on? Highlighter. Guys, highlighter was such a craze a couple years ago, I feel like. And I feel like it's kind of died down. While at the same time, it's still so important. I know it's so important to me. And it's right there on your cheekbone. My mask doesn't cover my cheekbones. So all I know is, I'm going to start wearing more highlighter, right guys? So I thought, why don't I just talk about all of my favorite highlighters, some of my least favorite highlighters, what I still have, what I've repurchased, what I'm not going to repurchase, and I'm saving my absolute favorite for last. And I don't know if anybody remembers this, guys. It took me, because here's the thing, I took it out of the original packaging and I put it in a Z palette, and of course then I forgot what it was called. So I was like, oh my gosh, how am I going to remember what this is? I researched this. I tried to find the name of this highlighter. It was probably an hour it took me looking for this. So I could share this with you guys because I feel like this is a forgotten highlighter. And if it's not, call me out. Let me know. So anyway, how about we just hop right into it, right? So the first thing I'm going to talk about are some more affordable highlighters from the drugstore. Now, you can pick these up at Walmart. You can pick these up at Rite Aid, CVS. You could also get them at Ulta. Ulta, oh, my tried and true. I'm always going to Ulta. It's my favorite place. And they also have a really good point system. I don't think I have to go into that. I'm sure everybody knows about the point system. You buy something, and every dollar spent, you get points, and sometimes they do double points. Okay, great. So anyway, I'm going to talk about a couple of drugstore ones first. So the first one I'm going to talk about is the Essence Pure Nude Highlighter. Now, I found this gem of a highlight from Kathleen Lights on YouTube. She is one of my favorite YouTubers. I just love that she's not controversial. She's totally humble. She's making her way into the beauty scene. She's got her own nail polish brand. Now, I don't wear nail polish. I can't wear nail polish because of work, but I still love her. I still try to support her. She's always doing collabs with ColourPop, and I'm the first to hop on and get whatever it is. I love her. I think she's so kind and humble and beautiful and just informative and a whole lot of fun to watch. So I found this highlighter from her recommendation, and when this highlighter first came out, it was only out in this shade. It's called Be My Highlight. But since, since this came out, like, I don't know, years ago, maybe 5 years ago, they have 2 more shades. So there's Be My Highlight. I think it's like Sunlight. And then the other one is like a purple one. I've never tried the other one, so I can't say anything about the other 2 shades. But Be My Highlight, I think, is a beautiful, natural highlight. It's nothing crazy. Now, it's no glitter. It's more of like a shimmer. It gives your skin a nice warm glow from within, like sheen that I really enjoy for like a natural day. 'Cause listen, like I'm that kind of girl that I'm either gonna go all in or not at all. I'm not that kind of person that does like a halfway thing. Like, if I'm going to put on highlighter, I've kind of got to do some, foundation, a little bit of bronzer. I can't just like, there's some people that just go in with the highlight in a natural look, and like, kudos to them. 2 claps for them, because I could not do it. I just got to go all in or not at all. But this stuff is really natural. So if you did put this on, like naked skin, you didn't want to wear foundation that day, or you've just got like perfect skin anyway, I'm jealous. I'm just kidding. But this is actually a stunning highlight. I absolutely love it. It's super natural. And let's just see what they have to say in the details. What does this say? Yeah. The Essence Pure Nude Highlighter adds natural luminescence to the cheeks, temples, and brow bone for a gorgeous glow. And what I also want to point out about this highlighter is, because it isn't glittery, it's more of a sheen, it's very natural. If you have any kind of texture, or, you're breaking out in those areas, this is not going to make that more apparent. Now, I always had that issue with highlighters because I do have a lot of skin texture, and especially in that area where I'm highlighting. And this highlighter was my go-to because it would not accentuate my texture. So if that is a problem that you are worried about with those blinding highlights, this is not going to happen with this guy. And the price point. Didn't even mention it. $5. Only $5, guys. You can't beat it. And it's just stunning. I've never tried anything else from this brand. I think this is the only thing that I ever tried. And like I said, I found out about this highlighter from Kathleen Lights in one of her, makeup haul videos. And I loved it. I have to say though, I never repurchased. I don't really know why. Maybe just because, I have this other one here that I'm going to talk about from MAC that I really like, and it just lasted me a very long time. I just haven't, I don't know. It's not that I don't like it, just haven't gotten around to repurchasing it. So I would definitely recommend this, like I said, to anyone with texture, anyone who's got breakouts, for a natural glow from within. Nothing too crazy, All right. One down. The next one that I'm going to talk about from the drugstore is the Physicians Formula Butter Highlighter. Now, I'm really sad about this one, and it makes me really sad talking about it because I really did love this highlighter, and I really did love the bronzer too. Like, I loved this stuff. And this was another thing that I found from Kathleen Lights. She initially talked about the butter bronzer, and I loved it. Like, the smell. Oh, it's so beachy. It's like coconuts, and you just like put it on and you feel like, even if it's in the dead of winter, oh, it's summer. And the bronzer was a really nice formula, and this formula matches in the butter highlighter. Now, the butter highlighter only comes in 1 shade. I know. What the heck? But it's like a very bronzy shade. It was at times a little too dark for me. I'm a little lighter in skin tone, so this one was a little dark for me. But what I did like was that when I got a fake tan, this was fantastic. I don't get fake tans very often. I don't get super dark. Quite honestly, I just, I like to look glowy. So this was good for when I got my fake tans, but otherwise I really couldn't wear it. And the sad, sad truth, it broke me out so bad. This and the butter bronzer, I wanted to love them so much. And I was like, you know what? Maybe I could just like get through it. Maybe I could just pretend like it's not there. But because I really wanted to love it and I really wanted to use it, but it just broke me out so bad. It was awful. I ended up giving it to one of my friends, that and the butter bronzer. She loved them, didn't break her out. Such a sad story, really. But it does say in here it's a lightweight, one-swipe, blendable coverage. That's so true. I remember this stuff being like, they mean it when they say butter. Like it's almost like one of those formulas where it's like cream to powder. I know, like, those kinds of things freak me out because how could it be cream to powder? But this is the definition of those kinds of cream to powder products. This is so buttery in the pan. And I used to apply it with my fingers. I like to apply most of my highlighters with my fingers. I feel like that gets the best application, especially because I'm not going to talk about any cream or liquid highlighters today. I just don't use them because my routine is primarily powders. I've got oily skin, so I like to do primarily powders and put a face oil on underneath to get that glow from within kind of thing. But I do not have any, like, cream or liquid highlighters. But this is one of those things that, like, that cream to powder formula is so nice on a cream, like a full cream face. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. And it's so smooth in texture in the pan and in application. Like, I loved this product. I would recommend this product to anyone. It was just that it broke me out and I couldn't continue to use it. It made me so sad. But what I will say is that it says here in the ingredients, let's talk about them really quick because it's a lot of butters and oils. So if butters and oils break you out, you might want to stay away. So it says, infused with a powerful blend of murmuru butter, oh gosh, guys, these words, they keep getting me. Butter and Takuma butter from the lush and nutrient-rich Amazon. Whoa, this is really tying me up. You guys are probably laughing at me. It's fine. I'm laughing too. It says, also packed with essential fatty acids and provitamins that soften, condition, and moisturize skin, leaving it silky soft. So those ingredients might be the culprit to the breakouts. So if you are prone to breakouts and you have sensitive skin and those thick butters and oils break you out, this guy might not be for you. But if you've got, like, regular skin and you want to give it a try, give it a go. Or even if you have sensitive skin, give it a go because it really is a beautiful product. Physicians Formula is a wonderful brand. I did really like this product. So now I'm going to talk about one more. I hate calling ColourPop drugstore because it's not as easily attainable, and I know that is half the category of drugstore, that it is cheap but easily attainable. So I'm just gonna go with, oh my gosh, wait, hold on. Back it up, rewind. I didn't even tell you the price of the butter bronzer. Butter bronzer. We're back on butter bronzer. Sorry, everyone. The butter bronzer it normally retails for $11.50. So it is a little bit more pricey for drugstore. Physicians Formula is always that way. A little bit more pricey for drugstore. But right now, it looks like Ulta is running a sale of some kind, or even just Physicians Formula is running a sale, and it is $8.04 on Ulta. So now we can go back. Okay, so back to where we were. I really can't say that ColourPop is a drugstore brand, like I was saying, because it doesn't fit that other half of the category that it's easy to obtain. You have to get this stuff online. I mean, sometimes you can get, like, it at Ulta. A couple things are being, stocked at Ulta and ColourPop, but every time I've gone to, like, try and pick something up, they're sold out of what I need. So, and you get a whole lot more sales through ColourPop than you do through Ulta. So, I would always recommend going to the ColourPop site than going to Ulta site for this. But the shade that I am going to talk about is called Lunch Money. Another highlight that I found from Kathleen Lights, my favorite YouTuber of all time. And it is just Now these are, okay, so if you remember when I was talking about ColourPop a couple episodes ago, these are the Super Shock highlighters. So they are the same kind of formula as the Super Shock eyeshadows. So that formula is, again, kind of like a cream to powder formula. Now let me see exactly what they say so you understand where I'm coming from here. Super Shock highlighter is a long-wearing cream powder cheek formula. There you go. It is the BFF of ColourPop's famous Super Shock shadows. So it has that same kind of formula. So it's a smooth, it's almost like the butter bronzer, just like I was saying. It's a smooth cream in the pan. And then you can, it's easy to apply with your fingers. You just, do a little swirl in there and do a little dab and you're good to go. But this, shade, this is a blinding highlight. This is a stunning, blinding highlight. Now, I do think this one is a little bit more glittery than either of the other ones that I spoke about. But a good kind of glitter because it's that cream to powder. It's okay. You know what I mean? It's not like it's chunky, like you're putting some big chunk powder on your cheekbones. This stuff is so nice. And the texture is buildable and it doesn't look cakey and so smooth and soft. This is a natural kind of look, but amped up just a little bit because it's that blinding, you turn your face to the sun and it's whoa, girl. This stuff is awesome. Now, it does say that fingertip application of this product is going to provide the highest amount of coverage. Like I just said, I like to apply my ColourPop bronzers. What am I saying? Oh my goodness. My ColourPop highlighters, the Super Shock highlighters, I like to apply them with my finger. I always think that they are a much better application with the finger than a brush. Even the ColourPop brushes, because they say you could also use a flat synthetic brush and that will work just as well, or a dual fiber brush will give you a more airbrushed effect, it says. But I don't think that the brushes, I think it's almost a waste of time to use the brushes with the ColourPop Super Shock highlighters because once you use your finger, you'll see exactly what I mean. It's a world of a difference between even when you pick up the product, because it's almost like the brush doesn't quite want to pick up the product. It gets stuck and then it kind of goes on weird and chunky with a brush. I use the little fluffy brush, that ColourPop has their own line of brushes. I love them. And they have this little fluffy brush. It's kind of flat, but it's a little fluffy. And I think it's perfect for highlight. I'm almost positive that's what you're supposed to use it for. So that's what I use it for. And I don't even waste my time with that brush, even with their own highlighters. I just don't think that it gives the same effect. I think, it's a whole lot easier to just go in with the fingers and call it a day. So the reason that I want to put this in the drugstore category is for the price. The price of all of ColourPop is to die for. I went on this little tangent in my last episode about this. I totally know. But that is why it's in the drugstore. It's not as easily attainable. It is priced at $8. $8. This is in between the, what did we already talk about? The Essence highlighter at $5 and the Butter Bronzer Physicians Formula at $11.50. So this hits right smack dab in the middle at $8. So also it does say that it's in stock at Ulta. So I don't know, guys, if you're liking what you're hearing, give it a try. So let's go over those three more one more time. We went over the Essence highlighter. That retails for $5. You can get that at Walmart, Rite Aid, CVS, probably on Amazon, Ulta. And we talked about the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. You can get that at Ulta. That one retails for normally $11.50, but they are running a sale at Ulta. Don't forget, if you have texture or you're easily broken out by shea butters or heavy oils, you might want to stay away from that one for $11.50. And then the last one that we just talked about was the ColourPop Super Shock highlighter in Lunch Money. And that retails for $8. I would always, always, always recommend just hopping on the ColourPop site and, making an order on there. It's a whole lot easier than going into Ulta or even ordering on Ulta because the shipping, you can get free shipping from ColourPop with a $30 order, which is nothing Come on, guys. Really. So let's see. I am going to take a quick break, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to talk about two of my favorite, more pricier highlighters. Oh, I'm sorry, three of my favorite, more pricier highlighters. And don't forget, I'm going to save my absolute favorite for last. I feel like everybody forgot about this highlighter, and I'm so excited to bring it back out. I hope people remember this when I talk about it. All right, guys, I'll be right back. Stick around.
The GSMC Life and Happiness podcast takes you on a journey of exploration. We'll discuss tried and true methods alongside the latest trends of how to best live your life to its fullest and happiest. From psychology to meditation, science to self-help books, the GSMC Life and Happiness podcast will help you to discover what makes you happy and how you can live life being the best you possible. Download the GSMC Life and Happiness podcast on iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud, Google Play, or anywhere you find podcasts. Just type GSMC in the search bar.
Alrighty. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. I hope you stayed, because I feel like I got quite the topic today. We are here talking about highlighters and highlighters only, because your mask isn't going to cover your cheekbones. So let's use that to our advantage, right? So we talked about some affordable options for highlighters. Some of my favorite highlighters. I gave you my absolute do's, don'ts, how I feel, if I repurchased, why I did, why I didn't. So now I'm going to talk to you guys about some pricier highlighters that I enjoy. I've got two in front of me that I have repurchased, and then I have another one that I have used but have not repurchased. And then after this, we're going to talk about some wild colors, some really interesting highlights. And then what I have last for you guys is an OG highlighter that I think the world has forgotten about. So we're just going to bring it back up really quick. We're going to bring it back to life, and I'm going to let you guys know about it. I hope you guys remember it when I start talking about it. So let's hop into this here. I'm going to talk to you guys first off about MAC Mineralized Skin Finish. Now, I have the shade Lightscapade. I have lighter skin. I lean more towards the paler side. So this shade is absolutely perfect for a lighter skin tone. It's really neat, the color, because it's not like one color. It's like a bunch of different colors. It's almost like tie-dye. It's really, really, really pretty, really cute. This is glittery though, I will tell you. This is a bit more glittery than the other ones that I've spoken about, but I don't find this to be chunky, which is always good. Although I will say this does tend to accentuate my texture a little bit. I have to be careful with this one. A lot of the times what I'll do is I'll put a highlighter on that doesn't really accentuate my my texture. And that one is the one that I'm going to save for the end, so I can't tell you about that one yet. But then I'll use this one for the highest point, like right at the top, tippy top of my cheekbone to get that little, like when I need a little bit of extra, for an event or something. So, like I said, this is the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish. This one is in Lightscapade. Now, these go for $36, which I don't think is that bad. I mean, it's a little pricey, but like I said, that's what we're talking about now. We're talking about some little bit of pricier things. We're gonna, if you want to treat yourself, if you want to try something new, you want to try something a little bit more, a little bit more oomph, this is it, Now they have a whole bunch of different shades. It's a pretty good shade range if you ask me. Although I will say I really don't like shopping on the MAC site. It's a little confusing for me. Let me know if you agree. Not too crazy about the MAC site. But I am a little crazy about this highlighter. It's fantastic. I remember when I bought this, actually. It's a really cute story. I bought this when I was in Disney Springs with my family. We're big Disney fanatics. So I bought this at the MAC store, actually, in Disney Springs. And I think that was almost, oh my God, 2 years ago. Yeah, and I still have this highlighter, and I still love it, and I still use it. This is so much fun. It's such a nice shade. It's a natural look. It's a little bit more glittery, you know, that oomph to your look, you know. So that is the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish. That's the regular one. The next one that I'm going to talk about is the Extra Dimension Skin Finish. Now, I have this one in the shade Soft Frost. Now, I bought this when it was like the thing to have a crazy highlight, like a crazy colored highlight, like that alien, like xenon highlight. That was when I got this, and these retail for the same price, $36. I don't think that's terrible, especially since I got this one, the Soft Frost Extra Dimension Skin Finish. I got this one long before this other one, the Lightscapade, and I still have it, and I still use it. Now, listen, this is blinding, this is crazy, this is a little insane. This is for, you know, a party. This is New Year's Eve. I think I've worn this like every New Year's Eve, honestly. I love this stuff. But like I said, retails for $36. The shade Soft Frost is a purple reflective shade. I think that's that's the right way to say it. Like, it looks white almost in the pan, but when it hits the light, it's like a reflective purple. It is so cool. This stuff is really awesome. I feel like now a whole lot more brands have come out with a shade like this. Like, I have another one sitting right in front of me that I'm going to talk about soon that is a dupe for this, which is, you know, but just as good. But I will say, I don't like to use this like the other one. Now, the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish and Lightscapade, I just throw this on with a brush. I don't use my fingers for this one because it is powder. It is a little bit more powdery than the other one. So this one goes on really nice with a brush. However, the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish, I do not like to use a brush with. I like to spray the pan. Okay, this is a little weird, I know. I like to spray the pan with Fix Plus, MAC Fix Plus, and then do a little swirl in the pan with my ring finger, and then dab it on my face. That is the superior way to apply this highlight. Like, this stuff is nutso crazy. It is out there like, woo! Like, you could see you from space with this stuff. But this one, like I said, it retails for the same price, $36. The Extra Dimension Skin Finish in Soft Frost by MAC Cosmetics, as well as the Lightscapade Mineralized Skin Finish by MAC. Now, they both retail for $36. They have a lot of interesting shades, too, with, you know, the Extra Dimension Skin Finish. Let's talk about the difference, because I'm a little curious. I'd like to know what the difference is between these two, because I bet it's just a little extra, you know, a little bit more extra. Oh yeah, well that's why it's called Extra Dimension, Melissa. Duh. Extra Dimension Skin Finish adds a perfect glow to skin. The liquid powder highlighter. Oh, okay. So that's why it works so well that way. I always wondered why it worked so well for me to use that, you know, that little tip and trick to spray the Fix Plus on the pan and then the little swirl. I always wondered why that worked, and that's why. It's a liquid powder highlighter. Wow. With prismatic reflections. Like I said, this is like a purple reflect, this Soft Frost shade, leaving a luminous, well-defined finish. This creamy powder formula lasts up to 10 hours. That is so true. I wore this when I did cabaret at school. I wore this, and then I wore This is another thing I'm going to talk about soon. I've got some like crazy cool highlighters to talk about next, but I did the the extra diminish skin finish soft frost first with that Fix Plus, and then I'd let that dry. And then I went in with another product here that's like a blue reflect. It was so cool, guys, and it lasted me forever. Like, I sweat through that show. Like, I was dripping sweat through that show, and this stuff lasted. It was amazing, and I do really love these products. I would absolutely repurchase both of these products because, like I said, $36, but like, they've lasted me years. Like, I've had these two for probably over 2, maybe 3 years. I mean, I know that probably means they're expired, but there isn't a little thingy on here. If you didn't know that, let me just, a quick little lesson. There is usually, on your makeup, there is a little thing that looks like, usually like a little makeup compact, and it tells you when your makeup expires. So I'm trying to find it on the couple of things that I have in front of me, and it doesn't seem like it's on any of them. But it'll look like a little compact on your makeup, and it'll have a number on it. So it's usually in months. So if it's got 12 on the little compact, that means that your makeup is that piece of makeup is good for 12 months. So I'm not seeing those little things on these highlighters, so I must be safe. It must be fine. But yeah, so those are the two MAC ones that I'm going to talk about. And the other expensive one that I'm going to talk about, man, I'm sure everyone remembers this boy. I am going to talk about the Becca Cosmetics Shimmering Skin Perfector Pressed Highlighter. Now, this one retails for $38. I bought this highlighter in Champagne Pop because Jaclyn Hill is a queen, and she still is a queen. I still love her. She is an OG YouTuber. I really do love her. She's had her moments, she's had her ups and downs, but nonetheless, you know, she's a good person. We can't take her from that, you know. But I had the Champagne Pop shade. This retails for $38. I didn't repurchase this one, guys. I'm sorry. I couldn't bring myself to do it. I wasn't crazy about it. I don't know if it was the shade so much that I wasn't crazy about, or the price, because this thing, and well, also, it is glittery to filth. Glittery to filth. It is like, whoa, it's crazy. It is absolutely crazy. Now, they say ultra-fine multi-dimensional pearls. That, I don't know. It was chunky for me, at least for me. But that also could have been my texture, you know? Because it's glittery, and because it's so blinding, it is going to accentuate your texture. Hello? Texture. She arrived at the party. So that's all I have to say about this. That is mostly why I didn't repurchase it. I felt like it wasn't really flattering on me. I felt like it was super glittery and super chunky, and there are other highlighters that I like a whole lot more. So I did not repurchase this one, and I know this one was all the hype. Like, the Becca highlights were all the hype. Like, everyone had one of these. I remember my friend had one in Moonstone. That was a really stunning one. If you have pale skin, I screenshot the little thing to talk about the shade range, because they have this whole thing where they say like which one's best for you. So I thought I would just run through these and see, you know, what the dealio is. I thought this would be interesting. So there's Pearl, a soft luminescent white, recommended for fair to light skin tones. Oh, Prismatic Amethyst. So this is like the purple thing. It's like a purple craze. I feel like every single brand came out with those like spacey purple highlighters. You know, to each their own. So purple. There's a rose quartz one, a universally flattering neutral pale pink with a soft gold pearl, recommended for fair to light skin tones. There's Moonstone, like I was just talking about. Moonstone is a pale incandescent gold. So the other two, I know Pearl is a very, like, that one's gonna reflect like a white kind of, you know, look, that kind of color. Moonstone, however, it's a white powder in the pan, but it reflects gold. So if that's your kind of thing, girl, pop off. Go for it. And I don't know if it was just with Champagne Pop, because when my friend had this this compact, I used it once or twice, and I didn't get the same effect with Moonstone that I did with Champagne Pop. So I don't know, maybe I just got a bad one. Maybe it was the shade. I don't really know, but Moonstone I did not find the same results with as the shade Champagne Pop. Now the next one is Opal. Another one of my friends had Opal. Her and her sister loved this, and it also looked so stunning on them. Like, they're Italian, so they've got that, like, olive skin, that just, like, beautiful Italian skin that, like, almost everybody wishes that they had. But they used this highlighter, like, every time that we would get ready for shows, and they looked so stunning. Like, this highlighter looked so good on them. And it made me sad, because I wanted it to look that good on me. But everybody's a different flower. We're all different. We all bloom differently. Our skin is all different. But Opal is a neutral white gold with a soft pink pearl, recommended for medium tan skin tones. Now, Champagne Pop is next on here, so I have to say, maybe I was just undereducated, you know? Maybe I just didn't know that Champagne Pop was not going to be my color, because it does say that it's recommended for all skin tones, but it comes after all of the fair light skin tone recommendations, and then Opal, and then after that is the rose gold one for medium tan. Like, it's in between two medium tan shades. That's a little strange. That's a little strange. So, yeah, this one I did not repurchase. Here's the thing. A lot of the times I don't repurchase expensive products like these because I have cheaper versions that I enjoy a whole heck of a lot more. I really like to save some money. I like to make a bargain. I like to, save my money, especially for things that I don't use every single day. I'm not using a highlighter every single day, so I'd rather spend $8 or $10 on a highlight than $38, $40 on a highlighter and just not be completely satisfied with it when I love the one that's $8. You know what I mean? When I had this one, I also had the ColourPop Lunch Money one at the same time. And I went through Lunch Money so much faster than I went through this one. And that just said something to me. I was like, why am I going to repurchase a $38 highlighter when I loved that $8 Lunch Money ColourPop highlighter so much more? So this just wasn't my jam, wasn't my thing. It was definitely not for me. So now the last one that I'm going to talk about, I don't have too much to say about this one because I got it as a sample. It was a sample size. So I think I used it once or twice, and it is a cream product. Now I know I said I wasn't going to talk about cream products, but I forgot that I used this one, and I just wanted to talk about it super, super quick because I got it as a sample, and I do really like this brand. This is Milk Makeup. It's their holographic stick. Now, I really do enjoy Milk Makeup. I really like, their packaging. I like the look. I like, just the whole vibe of the brand, but they had these in, what did I get? I got the color Supernova, so the purple one. Again, like I said, guys, I feel like there was a time in history where every single brand came out with these reflective purple highlighters, which is totally fine. Now you've got a million to choose from. All I'm going to say is I have the absolute best one coming up next. So before you run and jump on either the MAC Soft Frost or the Milk Makeup Supernova stick, just wait. Hold your horses. Don't make a decision just yet. But this one was really cool. Like I said, this is meant for the person that, either uses cream products on their whole face or goes for that more natural look. You've already naturally got that glass skin and you just want a little bit of something extra. Now they do have these in other shades. Let me look them up because I'm not entirely sure. I just used the one that I got it as a sample, like I said. So I just used that one, the purple one before. So I'm not entirely sure what the other ones are like, but they all are holographic. So there's the Supernova one that's purple. There's the Stardust one that's a dark pink. There is, that's it. Is that it? Oh, and then there's mini sizes. So they have another one, a mini, the one that I got, the sample size. They have a mini one that's in a peach that looks really cute. But they're all holographic. So if you're looking for that, holographic look, go for it. You know what I mean? And if you're that kind of person that likes, that's what I like about Milk makeup. It's very, like, natural driven. It's very, like, enhance your, you know, your own skin instead of, like, slapping something else over it, which is totally fine. Whatever you do it, girl. Whatever your decision is, stand by it. I'm here for that. But, you know, I would recommend this to people that are looking for something just to amp up their natural look. Or you use cream products, because I don't use cream products. I didn't really get a whole lot out of this product. It wasn't really for me, especially because I have, like I said, I've got the MAC purple one here, and then I've got this other purple one here that I am so excited to tell you about, obviously, because I've mentioned it 4 times already. But yeah, so let's just run over these again really quick. We talked about the MAC Lightscapade Mineralized Skin Finish, retails for $36. We talked about the MAC Extra Dimension Skin Finish in Soft Frost that also retails for $36. And we talked about the Becca Cosmetics the shimmering skin finish. We talked about it in the shade Champagne Pop the most. That was the one I used. I did not repurchase that bad boy. That one retails for $38, and I just wasn't really happy with it. Sad to say. I hate talking about products that I don't like, because it's like, I don't like talking bad about them, you know? Like, I'm sure other people love them, and if you love it, good for you. I'm glad that there's something for you that works, but it just didn't work for me. It wasn't, my cup of tea. You know? It wasn't for me. So, alright guys, I'm gonna take one more quick break, and then when we come back, I'm gonna talk about some really cool highlighters, some really cool shades, some alternative highlighters that I have here for you, and don't forget, we're gonna talk about an OG highlighter that I think everybody's been sleeping on. So, stick around, I'll be right back.
Tired of searching the vast jungle of podcasts? Now listen close and hear this out. There's a podcast network that covers just about everything that you've been searching. Hey! The Golden State Media Concepts Podcast Network is here. Nothing less than a podcast bliss with endless hours of podcast coverage. From news, sports, music, fashion, cooking, entertainment, fantasy, football, and so much more. So stop lurking around and go straight out to the Golden State Media Concepts Podcast Network. Guaranteed to fill that podcast itch. Whatever it may be. Visit us at www.gsmcpodcast.com. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and download us on iTunes, SoundCloud, and Google Play.
And we are back for our third little convo here. What did we talk about? We talked about some affordable drugstore highlighters, some of my favorite, affordable. They're not going to break the bank. They're high quality. They're, fantastic highlighters. We've got a bold one, a crazy one, a regular one. We talked about some more pricier ones. We talked about MAC Cosmetics Mineralized Skin Finish, Extra Dimension Skin Finish, and we talked about the tried and true Becca Cosmetics highlighter in the shade Champagne Pop. For the most part, we talked about some other shades too. So if you want to head on over there and see, get on over there. And next up, we are going to talk about, I've got some really cool highlighters for you guys here that I'm excited to talk about. They are, of course, I'm sorry, they're ColourPop. But guys, I cannot knock a good quality brand at a quality price. I can't. So, like I said, we're going to talk about some ColourPop stuff. So I've got I'd like to say I've got 2 highlighters and 2 alternate highlighters, because these actually aren't advertised as highlighters. They are advertised as eyeshadows, but I use them as highlighters and they were bomb. So we're going to talk about them. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is from the Disney Villains collection from ColourPop. Now, let's just take a hot minute to talk about the Disney collections, because I'm going to go ahead and say it. The Disney Villains collection is better than the Disney Princess collection. I'm sorry. I'm not partial to the villains, I'll be honest with you. I just found that I enjoyed the Disney Villains stuff more. I did purchase both. I purchased some stuff from the Princess collection. I purchased some stuff from the Villains collection. Mostly lipsticks. Let me know if you want to hear about them, because I think they're fantastic too. I absolutely love those. So I've got a whole bag of lipsticks that we could talk about. But, today we're talking about highlighters. So I got these the second that they launched. I needed these highlighters. I absolutely love them. They are the same formula that I spoke about before with the ColourPop Lunch Money highlighter. They are the Super Shock highlighters, so it is a cream to powder formula. Now, I love these for everything. I apply these with my finger. They say that's the best way to apply them. I apply a lot of my ColourPop stuff with my finger because they say it's the best way to apply them. I feel like a brush is a waste of time. It just doesn't pick up the product as well as your fingers do. So what I have here to talk about, first of all, is the Disney Villains ColourPop Super Shock Highlighter Ursula collection. This is the highlighter in Poor Unfortunate Souls. Guys, is that not the cutest thing? Also, I saved this packaging because I love it so much. I think it's so cool. Like the box, I'm going to post them on the Instagram because I just think that the packaging is so cool. The box looks like waves, but it's like Ursula's tentacles, like when like they, they slay her in the ocean. But like it is so cool, and like it looks like on the compact, it looks like those lights, in the window of the bar. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about. They're like neon lights. Like, it's so cool. Oh my gosh, I can't get over the packaging, so I had to save it. It's almost like holographic. It's insane. It's so cool. So, like I said, the shade is Poor Unfortunate Souls. Let me quick look up what these retail for, because I actually don't know off the top of my head. So, like I said, Poor Unfortunate Souls. Now, this shade is so cool. This is a holographic purple reflective shade. It is bomb. Guys, I can't get over it. So, I'm trying to find it here on the website. I hope that they sell these. You can either get, guys, I don't think it's on the website anymore. Tell me this is still for sale. Oh no. I feel like I can't talk about it if it's not on the website. What do you guys think? Should I still talk about it? Oh no. Guys, I don't think that this is for sale anymore. Let me just double check. Let me make sure. Because I will literally be so upset. I think this is one of the best products. Like, so what they did with these, which I thought was really neat, is that you could get a trio. So they would sell it as a trio, or you could just get the separate things. So I opted for the separate things because I didn't like all of the trios. I thought, let me just get a couple of the things that I really enjoy. So I got this one. I have another one here from the Disney Villains collection, and I got a whole bunch of lipsticks. Now, what it's showing me is that it has all of the lipsticks. It has the palette. Oh my goodness. So the only way now that you can get this highlighter is if you were to buy the full collection set, which is not terrible. I mean, if you're the kind of person that uses makeup and or you're a makeup artist and you want to add to your collection, the only way that you could get these now is as the set. Oh, that is so sad. I'm still going to talk about them though, because I still think that they're awesome products. And these are still, like I said, they're the same formula as the ColourPop highlighters. So maybe what I could do is I could find, maybe if I go into just like their regular Super Shock highlighters, I can find some some other ones on here that are similar to these, because I just think these are so cool. The shade is what gets me. I mean, I know I just talked so much about the packaging, but okay, yeah, so here's one that, okay, all right, great. So I'll talk about this one, and then I'll talk about the one that I found that is a similar shade. So, like I said, this is the Ursula one. The shade is called Poor Unfortunate Souls, and this is the coolest reflective purple I have ever seen in my whole entire life. I will never buy another purple highlighter because this is the superior purple highlighter. I can't get over this. When you put it on, it looks natural. It doesn't look like it's like a blinding purple. But when you turn into the light and you position that cheekbone right to the light in that spot, it's like a deep purple. It is not like, a bright shiny purple. It's a deep purple. This is the coolest thing I have ever seen. And I mean, it's the same formula. I use it, like I said, use it with my fingers. Now, the shade that I'm looking at here that is similar to this Disney Villains Collection shade is called Over the Moon. So this one is a opalescent highlighter. It says it has pink and violet glitters. So I think it's going to be really similar to this one. It looks really similar as I'm looking through the pictures. Oh, I feel so bad that they don't have this highlighter available anymore, but I still have to talk about it because it's my favorite. So if it ever becomes available again, guys, this is the move. This is the move. If you're looking for like a cool xenon, purple highlighter, oh, that is the move. So the next one that I'm going to talk about, I'm sorry, is also from the Disney Villains collection. This collection was bomb. This was such a cool launch. And it makes me so sad that it's not available anymore. I don't think I'm gonna find one that is any kind of similar to this because this one is just so interesting. Now this one again, the packaging is so cool. It looks like a neon light on the front, and the packet, the little box that it comes in is so interesting. And the shade is called You Idiots, You Fools, You Imbeciles. Oh, I love it. I just think that these are so cute. I would just keep these around to look at, honestly. They are just so cute. Now, this one, I still have the paper on the mirror. I still have the paper on the mirror, guys. I'm gonna peel it off. Did you hear it? Okay, this one is so cool. I don't think I've ever seen another highlighter like this one. It looks white in the pan, but when you shine it in the light, it is a red reflective highlighter. How awesome! How awesome is that? Now, this is just like the Ursula one when you put it on and you're not you don't have your cheek right in that 4 o'clock moment, It looks like a normal highlighter, but when you turn your head, it's ooh, girl, this stuff is so cool. I'm scrolling here to see if I could find something similar on the ColourPop site, and it is not looking likely, but I don't know. I really feel like this was a grab. This was a really cool thing, and maybe they'll do it again. Who knows? Maybe they're just out of stock and they don't have it on the website. I would hope that that's it, I am seeing this one though that looks pretty interesting. It's pink, so it's kind of close, right? I'll talk about it anyway. I feel bad because it's not available. This one is a pale pink color with silver sparkle. So kind of similar, right? I'm sorry, guys. That's so sad. Yeah, this one looks pretty similar. So this one is called Manifest That. It's a Super Shock highlighter. This must be new because I have them in this really cool compact packaging. I love it. And like I said, these ones that I'm looking at now, the ones on ColourPop that I am making the comparison to, these retail for $8. $8. So I can't imagine that I got these for much more, maybe $12 because it's a Disney collab, but still, it's an affordable price. It's an affordable price, and I love these products. I love these highlighters. Guys, oh, I feel so bad that they're not available anymore. I mean, they're still available. You just have to get the whole collection, which is still cool. Like I said, it has a trio for every villain. So it has like a a makeup, oh my goodness, a lipstick and a highlighter for every villain. So I know that I have the Ursula and the Cruella, highlighter, and I think I also got the Ursula lipstick, but then I got the Evil Queen lipstick too, which was like a beautiful, beautiful red, and the Ursula is a nice berry kind of purple lipstick. So yeah, I got those ones, and the collection is awesome, and it's quality. I think the whole collection retails for $235. I know that's a little pricey, but like I said, if you're trying to expand your collection with quality products that aren't going to break the bank, you could probably get 10 products, like high quality, high-end products at Sephora for the same price that you could get the entire Disney Villains collection on ColourPop. So just think about that. So the next thing that I'm going to talk about, I'd like to say that these are like alternative highlighters. I want to make sure that they're available before I even talk about them, because I'm going to be really sad if they're not. Let me just double check, because I really feel bad talking about products that aren't available to you anymore. Oh God, tell me these aren't available. Oh no. Okay, let me try one other thing. Let me search one other thing. Maybe they're just under different names. Because one of my friends, they did message me. If you listen to my What's in My Bag, one of my friends messaged me and they said ColourPop does change the name of their products. They do change the names. So if you are looking for something and you can't find it, alright. I can't seem to find these exact ones, but it seems as though they have similar things to these. These are loose pigments. I believe that's what, yeah, it says it's a loose pigment ColourPop. These were with the Kathleen Lights collection when she came out with the Zodiac collection. Right now, she has this, like, palette with them. Let me go back so I can be sure that I'm telling you the right thing. On ColourPop, you can go to the collab section, and then you could just click on her part. So she has a palette out right now that's called So Jaded. It's this huge palette. It is retailing for $40. It is stunning. I've been thinking about getting it. I go back and forth, honestly, every time that I think about it. I don't know. I feel like I have too many eyeshadow palettes already. You know what I mean? But can you have too many eyeshadow palettes? I think the answer is no. So these are loose pigments. They were done by Kathleen Lights. The two that I have are the scales. I'm a Libra sun, a Cancer moon, and a Gemini rising. So I got the scales for the Libra, and I got the crab, but the crab is Pisces. So I got the crab, and I really love these loose pigments. Now, you need the tiniest bit. Like, mine are still practically full. And I've had them for a year. So I was talking about these earlier when I was talking about my show. When I was in school, for Cabaret, I used the Soft Frost, MAC highlighter all over, and then I took this with a little brush, like a little eyeshadow brush, a flat one, and I would spray the Fix Plus on that brush, basically soak that brush, and then dip it right into the cap. I'd pour this product out into the cap and dip it right in and put it right on that high point. Now, what I'm going to say about these, though, the packaging is so bad. These can get so messy. Like, I just tried to open it and I got glitter everywhere. They are these little tubies, and they have a screw top. So when you screw off the top, there's supposed to be like a little plastic thing that sits right on top, but it doesn't always stay in place. So when you open it up, it could literally just all fall right out. And there's no good way to pour it out because it's not like a sifter. It just screws right open and the whole top is open. So the crab is this really, really interesting blue shade. It looks blue. And like I said, they are advertised as eyeshadows. They are not advertised as highlighters, but I use them as highlighters, so I'm going to talk about them like highlighters. So like I said, the crab is like this really interesting iridescent blue shade. If you are going for some really cool alien look and you want something awesome on your cheekbones, this is it. This is the crab. I'm pretty sure I got these for like less than $10 each. And then the other one that I have is the scales, like I said, for the Libra. And this one is like a pinkish kind of thing. It's a dark pink. This one I really like to use more as an eyeshadow than a highlighter. It matches my skin tone. I have a pinky skin tone, so this is like a really nice glitter that I could put on my glitter. It's a loose pigment. It's not a glitter. You shouldn't put glitter by your eyes. But this is a really nice color for my eyelids because I feel like it really complements my skin tone. Maybe it's meant for me because it's the scales and I'm a Libra. But I really enjoyed these. I thought these were really awesome, along with her whole Zodiac collection. Like, I'm looking on here now and she has some other stuff. Let's see. She has a blush. Oh, there's a couple blushes. So there's the blush in I Need Space, which looks like a nice deep, like, pink shade. There's So Retrograde. It looks like a more of an orange blush. There is the Lunar Has It blush. This one honestly looks more like a bronzer, but I know like some brands mix and match the term blush and bronzer. That's really confusing. But this shade looks more like a bronzer to me. But that's with her whole Zodiac collection on ColourPop. And like I said, she also has the palette out right now. Let's just take a look at that really quick because I think it's so cool. It's called the So Jaded palette, and it's an eyeshadow palette. It retails for $39. You know what, guys? I think I'm just gonna bite the bullet and get it because this looks so nice. Now, this is the biggest palette that ColourPop has ever come out with. Usually, they're only like 8 shades at the most. Their palettes. I think I have one of their ones that like are a little bit bigger. But this is the biggest palette, and it's so stunning and, like, cutely named. That's something that ColourPop is really cool with, too. They have some really cute names on here, and it looks like she named these after, like, crystals, which is also so very cute. So, yeah, that's over on ColourPop. Now, I'm going to take my last break, and guys, stick around because we're going to talk about one of my absolute favorite OG highlighters that I honestly forgot about and I resurrected today. I spent a lot of time trying to track down this highlighter. So, stick around, guys. I'll be right back. I cannot wait to tell you about this.
Do you want to be healthier, yet you just don't know what to do? All these shows telling you this and that, but nothing seems to work. Well, listen close. Golden State Media Concepts has got something great for you. The Health and Wellness Podcast dedicated to workout trends, healthy eating habits, diet, and everything about healthy living. Join us in our banters as we help you not just live life to the fullest, but live it to the healthiest.
Alright, guys, we are back for the fourth and final conversation here on this little doodad. We talked about some really interesting highlighters today. It was all highlighters. We talked about drugstore highlighters, some of my favorite, quality highlighters at a really good price. We talked about some, pricier highlighters. We talked about MAC Cosmetics. We talked about Becca Cosmetics. And then thirdly, we talked about some really cool shades for highlighters. We talked about some alternate highlighters to use. And now lastly, I am going to share with you this highlighter that the world, I think, has been sleeping on. I think we all forgot about this because I do remember this being the hype. I was looking for probably an hour trying to remember the name of this highlight. Like, I really could not remember the name of it. I was like, oh, is it Benefit? I know it starts with a B. I know there's something with a beach. I remember that it came in a booklet. And you know how Benefit's products come in those little square booklet type things? Now, I have this highlighter still to this day. I received it in a Birchbox Do you guys remember those? I don't know if anybody still does those. When I was first breaking into wearing makeup, that was like my thing. My mom had signed me up for Birchbox, and it was really cool because then when I started working, I was able to like pay for it on my own. I thought like I was really cool that I had a monthly payment of $10 a month. Oh gosh. But yeah, I had Birchbox. I really enjoyed it. If you're, looking for a makeup subscription, I did Birchbox and Ipsy. And I have to say, I think I liked Birchbox more, but a lot of people like Ipsy because you get the bags and then you can keep the bags, and that's a whole lot easier than keeping the boxes from Birchbox, but to each their own, So I got this in a Birchbox, oh my god, years and years and years ago, and it comes in a little booklet. Now, when I got a Z palette, I don't know if you guys remember those bad boys, but I got a Z palette and I went crazy, like taking every eyeshadow I owned out of its original, packaging and putting it in my Z palette. At that point too, I had the Nikkie Tutorials Power of Makeup palette by Too Faced Cosmetics, a controversial palette, if you will. I loved Nikkie Tutorials. I still love Nikkie Tutorials. I think they are fantastic. Love them. So I remember when I got my Z palette, I removed everything from its original packaging so I could put it in my Z palette. And this highlighter that I got in the cute little booklet, I don't know why I couldn't just keep it in there. I had to take it out. Otherwise, I probably would have been able to find out what the name of this highlighter was in like 2 seconds instead of an hour. Silly me. I took it out and I put it in my Z palette. It's still in there. And this is my go-to. Now, because I got it in a Birchbox, if you've ever used or had a Birchbox, you know that they're like super teeny tiny sample like products, and this one is probably the size of my thumb, maybe a little bit smaller, like the knuckle of my thumb up to the nail. Like that's how big this that's how big this like little eyeshadow thing was, and I still have it. It is my favorite highlighter of all time. Every single time I have an event, every single time I want to look like I have a glow from within, whether I have a tan or not, this is what I use. And I'm serious. I think everybody forgot about this bad boy because I remember this being the thing. This was the highlighter. Everybody had this. Everybody wanted this. And like, it's not super expensive, which is fantastic. I know you're going to love that. This hits smack dab in the middle between what we were talking about with our affordable highlighters and what we were talking about with our pricier highlighters. This hits smack dab in the middle, and that's probably why it was in the Birchbox. You know what I mean? So we are going to talk about the Mary Luminizer by The Balm Cosmetics. I love this highlighter. It is my favorite highlighter above all highlighters. This highlighter retails for $24. Now, I'm right on thebalmcosmetics.com, like their website, and they still sell this in the cute little booklet. It is so stunning. Now, this only comes in one shade, which is a little, sad. But it is really good for a majority of skin types. So the deeper that you get, you have to be a little bit careful because, like, I used to, when I, would use it on my friend, who is another Italian, I would mix it with a bronzer. I would do a little dip into that and then a little dip into the bronzer because my bronzer was like her skin type, her skin zone. So I would mix it into the bronzer so that I could also use it on her because she loved this stuff too. Now, you can get it in a compact now. And this packaging is so cute. It's like this little girl in a jail cell and it says, what does this say? Let me try and zoom in on it. What does this say? Highlighter, shimmer, eyeshadow. Oh, this is so funny. It says offenses, highlighter, shimmer, eyeshadow. I can hardly read this. Charges, too pretty, too popular. Antonyms, womanizer. It's so cute. The packaging is so super cute. And it has 5, these aren't stars. It's rated by peppers. So, it has 5 peppers, 5 whole peppers with 2,549 reviews. They also make a travel size. I think that was what I ended up no, not even the travel size. I got something even smaller in my Birchbox because it literally, so like the packaging that I just told you about is super, super cute. It literally came in a little booklet, and that was the front, and you opened it up and it was a little tiny, like single right in the booklet. So, the full size is a really good size. Like, it's for $24. But you can get the travel size, which is, probably the size of like a Tarte blush for $12. So if you want to try it out, you could try it out and get the travel size for $12. Now, they say it is a highlighter and a shadow. I've used it for both. When I remember I went to a wedding. I went to my friend Teresa's wedding in July of last year. It was a beautiful wedding. Absolutely beautiful. It was one of the best times of my life. I got this beautiful yellow maxi dress. It's one of my favorite dresses from one of my favorite shops. Maybe we could talk about some clothes the next episode. How about that? Now that I'm like talking about this. But one of my favorite dresses. It is so stunning. And my, makeup for that day, because it was in July, guys. It was hot. Hey now. And I just went for a really glowy, really simple but elegant look. I used a whole lot of bronzer and a bronze goddess, if you will. Now, what I like to do for events when I'm trying to stay natural but I want to have that oomph, I go for that bronzed goddess look. So I'm using a whole lot of bronzer. I'm doing, my contour, on my forehead, and then I'll use my bronzer for my eyeshadow, for my crease shade, and I'll just fan it out, really buff it out, and make it look so effortless, like it's just a suntan, beautiful goddess moment. And then I take this Mary Luminizer, and I'll use it as my inner corner highlight, and as my cheekbone highlight. Now, with this highlight, this is a glittery highlight, but it is not chunky. It does not accentuate your texture. This is such a stunning highlight, and it's a nice, natural gold shade. You guys are probably like, wow, Melissa, you're really going ham on this one. I love this highlight. I love this highlight. If I could get every single person that little sample size that I got in my Birchbox and just give it to every single person and say, you need this, try it, I totally would. I love this. I have repurchased this since I got it in my Birchbox, like years ago. I started my job in 2015, so that was when I got this, 2015, and I have repurchased this highlighter since then. I love it. I remember people used to talk about this all the time. Let's read the description. It's really cute. Mary Lou might not be innocent, but this shimmer sure is. Our highlighter, shadow, and shimmer rolled into one diffuses light so your skin looks softer and younger while adding a subtle glow. Now, like I said, it is glittery, but it's subtle. I like to use this to look like a natural glow. This isn't going to be blinding, but it's going to be absolutely stunning. So if you're looking for something that's going to just get the job done, this is it. You look dewy, you look glowy. It is so stunning. They call it a champagne shade. I would say it's a champagne shade. I would go with that. I would definitely say that. Absolutely. So, like I said, absolutely love this stuff. I have not found something that even compares. I have not found anything that even compares to this product. Not even for 1 second. So I am totally going to post, maybe I'll even do like a little tutorial on my Instagram. That might be fun. We could do a little tutorial with this stuff because it is awesome. Now, it comes in a little compact. You don't, like, with the little booklet that I'm talking about is just for that little sample size that I received. So it does come in a compact, and it's got a little mirror, and I'm gonna see, I'm on the site right now for the Balm Cosmetics. I want to see if they have any other highlighter shades because you can't tell me that this is the only one. So there's okay, great. Perfect. Love this. So they have the Mary Luminizer that I was just talking about. And then they have, this is so cute. Guys, I can't get over this packaging. This is so cute. It's the Minizer sisters. So they have the Mary Luminizer. It's a trio. It's a little trio compact. And they have the Mary Luminizer in here. They have a Cindy Luminizer in here. It looks a little bit more pink, a little bit darker than the Mary Luminizer, and the Betty Luminizer. Now, this looks like a bronzer to me, so, if you've got a deeper skin tone, that looks like it's going to be for you. They also have, oh my goodness, they also have this in a liquid formula. Okay, I have to say, the liquid formula is sold out, so it must be good. But it is in the shade Mary, the Mary Luminizer. They call it the Mary Duminizer. That's so cute. Guys, I can't get over this. It's so cute. So the Minizer sisters, like I said, they have the 3 shades. You can also get them as singles. So let's read what they have to say as far as like skin tones and things like that. Let's read the description. Oh, okay. So they say that the Cindy Luminizer is a blush. A blush, a shadow, and a highlighter. Okay, alright. That sounds fair. Cindy Lou comes in a peachy pink hue that reflects light to illuminate your finest features. With the perfect splash of color and a hint of shimmer, you're perfect to steal the glances. So, I have not tried this shade, but if it is the same formula, it's just a different color. And it looks really cute. It looks really flattering. I'm trying to find... Now, they show this on fair skin types, and it doesn't look pink on the skin. At all. Literally not at all. It looks like a regular highlighter, but it is stunning. Like, it looks like a glow from within on this girl. She looks absolutely stunning. So they are showing this on a fair skin type. They are not showing this on, darker skin. So let me see if there's anybody in the reviews. Oh, okay. Here's somebody in the reviews with, darker skin, and it looks stunning on her as well. They also say it's great as a blush. So that is the Cindy Luminizer, that shade. And let's look at, oh, wait a minute. This isn't in the trio, is it? Maybe I was wrong. Maybe I read it wrong. No. All right. So there is the Betty Luminizer in that trio. There is one other one here called the Bonnie Luminizer. These names are so cute. Like, you can't tell me I'm wrong. This one looks a little bit deeper. Let's read the description. Bonnie Lou is skilled in changing looks. This one looks like it's better for people with more olive skin tones. They show this on a girl with a little bit deeper skin, probably like a medium range. This looks really pretty too. They say this is a highlighter and a shadow. If you've got a little bit, if you don't consider yourself fair, I would not go for this one. If you consider yourself medium, check this one out. So that is the Bonnie Luminizer. And then Mary Luminizer. Ooh, wait a minute, guys. They have a quad here. A highlighter quad. So, and they call this the highlighter squad. Oh my gosh, that is so cute. Okay, let's check out this one because it looks like these are some different shades, or at least one different shade in here than the other ones that we've just talked about. So there is like a purple one in here. Guys, what is this one here? Let's do this. So they have Mary Lou in here, Cindy Lou. We talked about those already. Penny Lou and Emma Lou available for the first time exclusively in this quad. So the Emma Lou, it looks like a purple one here. It's got a purple hue on here. Wow, this is so cute. So they have a purple highlighter here too, guys, but it looks like it's only sold in this quad, but even the quad is only $30. So it's only a couple dollars more than just getting one. So if you want to try out a couple, if you're not sure which one is going to be good for your skin, they are all the same formula. A lot of people are loving them. If you're not sure which one's going to be good for your skin, or even if you just want to get all of them to try, I say go for it. You know what I mean? So they have, a lot of them come in the same liquid highlighter. So it looks like they have them in liquid or in powder. So if you like liquid more, you could get the liquid instead of getting the powder. It's all up to you. It's all up to you. So let's go through these one more time because I feel like there were a lot of names here. I'm a little confused. So I'm sure you guys are too. So let's talk about it really quick. So my favorite, the shade that I love, my tried and true, is the Mary Luminizer. You can get a trio palette here with the, let me see here, with the Mary Lou, the Cindy Lou, and the Betty Lou. The Cindy Lou is a little bit pink. They call it a blush. I don't think it looks like a blush. I think they just, it's pink. So, maybe that's what they were going for. There is the Bonnie Lou. This one looks like it's better for medium skin tones. Now, the Bonnie Lou is different from the one in the trio. I did say Betty Lou. It doesn't look like that one comes as a single. I can't find that one. So that one looks better for deeper skin tones. So I don't know why. Maybe they're sold out, so it's just not showing up on the website. But the Bonnie Lou looks like it's good for medium skin tones. And then they have the Luminizer Squad quad palette. That is so cute. And this one has the Mary Lou, the Cindy Lou, this one looks like a different one too, the Penny Lou and the Emma Lou. So the Emma Lou is a purple one. That's that iridescent purple. It only comes in this quad. And the Penny Lou, it looks like a gold. Maybe that's why they called it penny, because pennies are like copper. Well, that doesn't make any sense because they're, oh God, Melissa. Oh goodness. So they have this gold one in here, a purple one in here, the Cindy Lou, which is pink, and the Mary Lou, which is like a champagne gold, which is my favorite. And like I said, if you don't like them, if you don't like powders, they come in liquid formulas. Now the powders, they go for $25. They retail for $25, and the liquid highlighters go for $14.50. You can get a travel size of the Mary Luminizer if you just want to try that one. Like I said, they also come in the trios, the quads, and the liquid highlighters. So yeah, guys, I hope that you enjoyed this talk all about highlighters. I know I did. Highlighter is probably like one of my favorite steps other than my eyebrows. I think my eyebrows are my first favorite, and then highlighter is my second favorite. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I thought this was so fun. This was a super fun topic. Like I said, you could see your highlight over that mask, so go right ahead. Pick out any of my favorites here. I think they're all really awesome. I'm gonna post pictures of the ColourPop packaging ones. I'm going to post pictures of those, and I'm also going to post a picture of the other, like the Kathleen Lights ones. So if you ever see them again, you'll know what they look like. You know what I mean? So I'll have them all on my Instagram. So make sure you check us out on Instagram. The Instagram page is GSMC_beauty. Check us out on Instagram. I've been posting a whole lot of stuff on Instagram, for everyone to see some teasers on there. It's a whole lot of fun. We're also on Twitter with the same handle, GSMC_beauty. So yeah, guys, thank you for tuning in to the GSMC Beauty Tips Podcast, brought to you by the GSMC Podcast Network. Oh, it's been such a great time. I would like to ask you guys to please remember to subscribe to the show. That way you'll know when we're posting. My episodes go up they go up every Monday and Thursday. I think that's correct. Every Monday and Thursday. Yeah. That's right. Every Monday and Thursday, my episodes go up. So don't forget to subscribe so you can see. Also, Betsy's episodes are going up too, so you can subscribe and you'll get her episodes as well. She is the other host here on this podcast. And make sure that you leave a nice review, guys. Please leave a review. It really helps us out. Leave a little 5-star, leave a little review, leave a little comment. Let me know if you liked what I had to say. Let me know if you didn't like what I had to say. Let me know if you disagree, if you agree, if there's something you want to hear me talk about. Feel free to also, DM the Instagram or comment on the Instagram or the Twitter. Let us know if there's something you want to hear, you have any questions, Make sure that you follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And as always, guys, have a great night. Thanks for listening.
You've been listening to the Golden State Media Concepts Beauty Tips Podcast, part of the GSMC Podcast Network. You can find this show and others like it at www.gsmcpodcast.com. Download our podcast on iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud, Google Play, or anywhere you find podcasts. Just type in GSMC to find all of our shows from the GSMC Podcast Network, from health and wellness to entertainment and life and happiness to sex and relationships. You can also follow us on Twitter and Facebook. Thank you, and we hope you have enjoyed today's episode of the Golden State Media Concepts Beauty Tips Podcast.